You went to Dubai. You paid for everything. You got your flight on Emirates. You went and got your own hotel room. You went and did the indoor skiing, and you jumped out of a plane in a squirrel suit. You paid for every penny of it. There's 100 other girls you encounter who did something similar. What do you think the likelihood is they paid for it?
I honestly...
I got this really great one by this dude that I know. Hold on a second.
If these like life experiences, if you're the first person to show her something about the world, well, you feel significant as a man. And you have this sense of like, oh, like she's mine. I can grow with this woman now. I can show her the world. And I'm not being manipulated. I'm not being like a because she did this with some other guy, you know?
And she's not likely to leave you because now she's associating all these incredible things with you, not with like, oh, well, I did this last week with Tommy and 2 years ago I went to Malibu with, you know, like it becomes like you're just a number in the system as opposed to being...
She's not comparing your experience with you to like this part of this one was better. This restaurant was nicer. That trip to Dubai was nicer or whatever.
Right.
You know, like, which is ultimately like, it's disrespectful and it's like ungrateful.
Right.
The word that was bleeped was pussy, by the way.
Yes. One more thing. This just reminds me. Ladies, if you have any pictures of yourself in Dubai, Ibiza, Burning Man, if you have any pictures of yourself at Electric Daisy Carnival, if you're at Ultra, if you're at Art Basel and you're by yourself, delete those pictures now if you want any man of any substance to ever marry you. Delete them immediately. Sorry.
Even
by yourself?
But why? Someone took the photo.
Why? Oh, why? Somebody want to explain? Sterling, you want to explain why?
But what if you were on a group trip, though?
Then take a picture with the group.
Exactly. Your girlfriends, take the photo with the girlfriends. If you're by yourself, every guy looking at that photo is assuming there's a dude at the other end of the camera. The dude who paid for you to go there.
Let me just say that because I got a picture of myself on Instagram in Dubai. But in the other slides, I have like a video with my group of friends in the desert.
Like
awesome.
It's like on
hey, who paid for the dune buggy?
We all did.
There you go. That's fine. I would let people know that.
Yes.
So what's wrong with that?
Lead with that.
Person that's like paying for you to go to these beautiful places, have these experiences, post these photos. Like, what's wrong with that?
In that relationship, there is nothing wrong. It's the next relationship.
As a girl that travels by herself all the time, and I want pictures, I have learned how to take pictures of myself so that I can post them. And I'm the only one that's ever paid for any of my tickets. I'm the only one that's ever paid for any of my travel.
They do make tripods.
They do. And I can take pictures from my watch with my camera. And I also learned, like, I can go, like, my Eiffel Tower pictures, whatever. I set it up. I found somewhere to set my camera, and I set it up, and I take a video. That's what I learned. I take a video.
Oh, I'm not saying that because you went there that you're a prostitute.
No,
I'm saying that's what everyone thinks when they see that photo.
Okay, so how do you prevent that,
without exception?
Because
then take a picture holding your man's hand with your mom and dad with you. Go to the Burj. Can you go to the Burj Khalifa with your brother? Like that's my point.
But I'm by myself, so like I can't take a picture.
And then it is our Instagram. Why would we want to put pictures of other people on
Oh my God!
Are your friends and family? Why would you not want to have photos of your friends and family?
Just let him handle that.
I feel like it depends if you have a brand. It depends. It depends what your Instagram is used for. It's more than just showing pictures of yourself or pictures of your friends and family.
Hey, we're not telling you what we think.
Yeah.
We're telling you that if you take pictures by yourself in these places, 99% of men are going to think what I just said, even if you don't think it's fair.
That's a shallow way of thinking.
Again,
well, look,
no. They have a shallow way of thinking. My way of thinking is accurate. That is what they're thinking.
I think it's
I'm
a
describing what
Vegas
they're.
way
I'm not
of
saying what
thinking.
I'm thinking.
No, it's
I
not
have
a
female
Vegas
friends who live in Dubai and literally work for Emirates, and they're not hooking. They're like they just have normal jobs. The problem is everyone thinks they are. My thing to you is for some of you guys who really want you want that super high status dude to take you seriously, get that picture off your IG before this show is over. That's what I'm telling you.
Look.
What is it? Sorry, thank you. What is it supposed to look like, right? Because we keep being told that this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong.
I didn't say it's wrong. I'm telling you what other people will think.
But yes. So if I want to do these things, right, like dress for the job you want, I feel like that's what we're having this conversation about. Mm-hmm. What does right look like? Because if I am always told this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, what is the constructive criticism so that I can do what's right?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, right? You guys are saying like post with your family. Me, who's not an influencer in any way, shape, or form, has posted with my family, and it's been used against me where people are like using the fact that it's like, oh, I found your mom's Instagram. I found your
Block them.
address.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
right,
ridiculous. Don't tag your mom.
But that's
Don't tag mom, yeah.
I didn't. That's the crazy thing. And I get like things like that. So I hear you and I understand what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you because my dad, my parents, they do very well. And as soon as I say, oh, I've been in a Lambo, they assume that it was a guy. It's not.
Yes.
It's my dad.
Yeah.
All the travels that I do, my dad took me to Paris. The first bag that I bought, or not bought, was gifted, was from my dad. But guys don't.
Yeah,
see
if it
that
was
way.
a story of your dad bought a Lambo and took you on a trip in the Lambo, that would be a cool story, and that would not intimidate any dude. They would be like, "Oh, that's actually pretty
Right,
cool."
but Instagram is, I can't tell that.
Of course,
So
of course.
how do I
Is
do
it- well,
that?
actually,
Is
you
the
can.
question
You
that I
can.
have.
Of course, half the guys
but
be going, "Oh yeah, right, her dad."
No, and so
Call her daddy.
Yeah, we're not. By the way, we're not telling you. We're not
But then
telling
they're
you
gonna
that
try
it's
to
fair,
humble you
and we're not
and say,
telling you
"Oh,
that there
Dad,
isn't a double standard. There is a double standard. What I'm trying to explain to you is, if you can disagree with me at your own peril. It does. Even though I'm not telling you what you're doing is wrong, but what I'm telling you about what other people are going to think about you is absolutely accurate. If you show up to a job, if you're a super smart guy and you show up to a job interview smelling like tequila and like smelling horrible and not being undressed, it doesn't make any difference how good of a programmer you are. They're just going to assume certain things because that's how people work.
But I
it doesn't
feel
make it fair.
I relate with what she's saying. Like, so what's the alternative?
That's what
Because well, to be fair, I didn't deal with this until I moved to Vegas because I think the prostitution culture here is like 90% of the city. But I feel the same way. Anytime as a woman you post traveling or you post, any form of success, any form of not being
Highlights.
poor. If you
No, success is fine.
if you post like a man treating you well, automatic prostitution.
No. But are you open that you have a man?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, so what's the solution though? I think.
No. Well, that's the key. Are you open that you have a man? If you open that you have a man, and the man is tagged in the photos, and we know that there's a man, and he's taking accountability for it, and there's no issue. Go with him to Dubai. We don't have a problem.
Just earlier, I said being a mistress is the ideal situation with a cheating man, and everyone's like,
agreed.
"Oh, how much did he pay you? How
I
much did he-"
understand. There are women who disagree with that. They would rather not be a mistress.
I understand your frustration. I really do. Because what happens is, well, when women get on Instagram, like we're like, how long has Instagram been a thing, right?
2011.
2011. So we're not even, we're talking a little over a decade right now. In all of human history, human females have never had this kind of access to this kind of worldwide global attention 24/7, okay? And so what happens is, women from the time they're in their high school years all the way up into their mid-20s and even into their 30s and 40s, right, depending on who you are, you can't help but put those pictures up. You cannot help but, you can make it the most innocuous, most innocent thing in the world, and it's still going to be like, who's taking the picture, right? It's still going to be, and the reason for that is that, like, you guys have heard of a soft launch, right? It's like women do not want to show their boyfriends in Instagram because Instagram is the #1 dating platform on planet Earth right now. Because that's what we use to check each other out. It's just like trying to figure out whether you're cool enough to hang out with. Does he have a Bugatti? Is he in exotic locations? That kind of stuff. It's the same thing with women when it comes to like, I want to look hot, I want to look cute, I want to be in bikinis and lingerie all the time, and like that's all you live your life in. Is you don't get out of your bikinis and boots and hat, right? You don't get out of your lingerie. You just wander around, Vegas in lingerie.
Okay, so I think that's miscommunication.
But see, the thing is this is that you're in a position where you have to do that because the minute you show your boyfriend is the minute you lose market share. Is the minute that you go, well, what else is out there? Because women are the advertisers. Men are the pitchmen. Women are the advertisers. And so what happens is you have to constantly you take off the ring and make sure that nobody thinks that you're not single and available because it's all about sex and availability. And so the minute you seem not available is the minute your follower count goes.
Okay, it's not a frustration. It's a genuine question, right? Because I don't have guy friends.
I'm not saying there's any easy answer for it, but I do understand why it's frustrating.
I'll find you some guy friends.
I'm frustrated now. Like, how do I post my pictures?
So let me explain what happens, right? Is that me, single, essentially my Instagram is like my brand, if you will. So you guys are saying that this is looked at as bad because at the end of the day...
It's not bad. And by the way, you posting things of like you in the gym. Let me explain this to you. You went to Dubai. You paid for everything. You got your flight on Emirates. You went and got your own hotel room. You went and did the indoor skiing, and you jumped out of a plane in a squirrel suit. You paid for every penny of it. There's 100 other girls you encounter who did something similar. What do you think the likelihood is they pay for it?
I honestly.
It's about 99% of them. 99% of them.
But
did
here's
not.
here's the point that I'm trying to make with that.